Hello, good day. How you doing? Compliments of the season. It's good to be here. It's another beautiful day for us to review the paper. Welcome. How are you doing? I hope your holiday is going just fine. Yeah, I hope it's going just fine. In as much as I'd like to get all the gist and all the greets from everything, yeah, I'd like for you to join me. Do want to remember that we have the chat today by 1 p.m. Yes, we have the chat 1 p.m. today. So please do well to join me. Join me by 1 p.m. later on today. Also, a big shout out to each and every one of you right here with me. How you doing? Compliment of the season. Okay, let me just say happy Boxing Day. I hope no one is coming with gloves to the broadcast today. Okay, I also like to remind each and every one of us out there, in the spirit of Christmas, do not get carried away. Do not forget to go collect your PVC. PVC collections is happening out there at the words. So please do well to pick up your PVC if you are yet. So this is just a gentle reminder, and it's becoming up, we'll be getting this back to back because we need to be duly reminded. Do not get carried away. These people are out there. As of yesterday, 25th, there were stories or there were news reports that they're out there working. So please do well to engage it. Do well to get your PVC. It is. Don't wait till the last day. We shouldn't wait for that last minute rush. Do well. Go out there to your ward. Go out there to INEC offices and get your PVC. All right, welcome to this beautiful broadcast. It turned out to be beautiful. Also, an appeal to each and every one of you to please do what to engage us by supporting us. Yes, show us some love in this Christmas season. Do what to support us by, engaging our account details on the screen. And if you're watching the replay, compliments of the season to you. It's great to have you on here. Yes, if you're watching the replay, you are not left out. There's an opportunity, an avenue for you to support us simply by clicking on the super thanks option on your screen just beneath the video. Please engage it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And to those watching me live and direct, how you doing? I beg do also support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Yes, you can support us that way. Okay, we'll be moving to the submission to the paper proper. Osagubo, hi, how you doing? Good morning to you too, sir. It's good to have you on here with me. Mike Akio Bare, Merry Christmas to you. How you doing? I had this Christmas cap just on my desk, and for some reason it is not here. This is the point where you put on the cap and you say Merry Christmas. I hope it's a beautiful celebration. All right, move on into the papers talking about the old Christmas celebration. It was a Black Christmas for some people in Nigeria. We'll take that story when we stumble on it. Welcome to our newspaper review. My name is Ima. Do well to like this broadcast and please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are yet. So, our first paper for today is going to be this day. Yeah, this day. And on this day, we have on here, my best appears not appreciated by some Nigerians. President declares, says he won't miss Aso Rock after leaving office. Insists Jubril from Sudan claim not a funny joke. Federal government raises third-party vehicle insurance by 200%. At Christmas, Buhari urges Nigerians to elect those who will sustain. Oh, well, this one hooked me. I can't even finish it. All right. At Christmas, Buhari urges Nigerians to elect those who will sustain his legacy. Okay. And just down here, we have Jonathan Atiku Lawan Bajabiamila, Tinubu Obi, governors, PDP preach peace. With 8 weeks to presidential election, race too close to call. Atiku Tinubu, Atiku Tinubu Obi Kwakwaso battle on for the role of, being, of the role of king and kingmakers. Critical Northwest Titans. Okay, I think the major story on here, right here, would be Buhari begging Nigerians or urging Nigerians, as it says, urging Nigerians that they should vote for somebody, vote for somebody that would continue his legacy. Wow. Further up, we have the story that says that my best appears not appreciated by some Nigerians. I mean, the president is having an honest conversation. You look at the numbers of the ones that appreciate your tenor or your best, and the ones that do not, and then look at why this large majority of people do not appreciate your governance and everything that you have, yeah, and most of the things that you have done, and not say, don't make it look like these people are ungrateful. Yeah, we will say thank you uh to the few that you've done, but I mean, Nigerians are saying all of the promises, even Bishop Kuka saying all of the promises that you made in 2015, you didn't even come close to fulfilling 1% of it. They didn't come close to fulfilling. So, how would Nigerians not be displeased by your government or by your governance? And you're going on to say that we should vote for somebody that is going to, let me take that again in his words. At Christmas, Buhari urges Nigerians to elect those who will sustain his legacy. All right. Is it the same Nigerians that are not pleased, with Buhari? All right, let's move on to the Daily Sun. Let's see what the Sun has for us. The Sun, we have remain hopeful for better nation. Obi tells Nigerians. Akeredolu, Uguwai, Zulum, Ikpeazu, others tax citizens on love, tolerance, unity, hate-free elections. Goes on to say, I won't live in Abuja after office, says Buhari. Says reason is to avoid problems. Thanks Nigerians for support in farewell Christmas message. Things will improve, Aso chaplain promises. Insecurity, it is national shame to have ungoverned spaces, Anglican bishop. On withdrawal limits, currency management cost increasing by 10 billion naira annually. That's by CBN. 9 dead, scores injured in Lagos Ibadan Bauchi road crash. Um, Umahi sanctions APC for contravening executive order. Muslim group attends Christmas service, presents gifts in Zara. Bishop Kuka laments state of nation, says Nigerians more vulnerable than in 2015. MBF Ohaneze orders back cleric. Christmas cow kills Bayelsa ex-youth president. Okay, unfortunately, that story, the human interest story down there of a Black Christmas for the family of the ex Bielsa ex youth president is what a way to die. What a way to die. All right, unfortunately, we do not have that story, but condolences to the family. And also, we'll take the story of the Muslim group. So, the Muslim group stormed the church. So it is said that every year, that this is a practice that is done every year, especially from like those from the Shite communities, where they, not just the Shites, a whole lot of the Muslim, but about four were present. But it is mostly, largely has to do with the Shite. Over 100, they said that over 100 of them, Christmas Day, Christmas celebration like this, they visit the church, and they always eat Muslim. I want to try to say this right, but I think it's a beautiful culture. I think it is beautifully practiced, and we should be living this way. But there is a question. All right, so everybody goes with a gift. Everybody, if they're about 400, 500 Muslims that has indicated interest to attend the service, you know well to come with a gift for a brother or for a sister. And that relationship is set to tighten the relationship between the Christians and the Muslims in the country. Seeing what is happening Yeah, seeing what is happening. And we're also not going to talk about the Kaduna massacre. And these Muslim bodies, what do they do when Christians are being, are being massacred? Aside from coming and giving gifts, I am all for the peace pact. It was beautiful to read. It was initially when I saw that news, I was wondering what are they going there to do? I mean, this are they going to say sorry for the people that was killed? But I got to know that this is a practice. But the question is, you all are all in that state. When this chaos happens, what do you do? How do you protect these people? Yes, how do you protect? I remember when I was in Zafra, there was a religious crisis. People shut their doors. People shut their doors, and they'll say they don't want trouble because if they come, they're going to, they're going to burn down, beat down, or kill everybody that opens their doors or tries to hide a Christian or to keep a Christian safe. So you had people, staying in like freezer, and the freezer, because I mean nobody was expecting it to happen that day. People in freezer, people were, people had to ice. So with this, I'm saying peace pact, I'm saying gift. I see them shining teeth and exchanging. What are you people doing regarding the killings of Christians, aside coming to give somebody, which person, somebody that lost a child? So if one of those people in the Kaduna massacre was present in church, you are bringing a gift. I don't even understand what the Christian leaders are doing. What? What are they doing? They are bringing a gift to Christians in church. Meanwhile, the Kaduna massacre is still going on. The governor is saying nothing. Even the president is saying nothing about this. What gift are you bringing? Well, I guess that's what they call Egyptian gifts, right? Okay, let's see what other story we have here. So that's the practice. Like me, if you're wondering why you had lots of people are in church, there are Muslims in church the other day. It has nothing to do with the Islam. It has nothing to do with a joint fellowship. That is just them. It's a wonderful thing that they do, but it goes beyond that. What's with the compensation? I would rather the Muslims do not bring gifts to Christians in church. If the only relationship is just to say we are with you. We know there are lots of killings. We know it is political masterminds and motivated and all of that. But you have to do much more than getting some peasant gifts to people. It doesn't do justice to what is happening to the Christians. And talking about the Christians, are we going to keep sitting down and allowing all of this massacre to happen? Our religious leaders are not, saying they're not saying something. If the religious leaders are saying that we should leave these people in the hands of God, then let people start serving their God from their house. Let people start worshiping God from their house. If the pastors cannot, if they cannot evoke the wrath of God, the protection of God, then it just goes on to further say that their standing with God is just to be questioned. Because I see no reason how in the house of God all of these things are happening and nobody. I mean, we are serving the same God. I mean, the same yesterday, today, and forever. I'm about preaching. So please get ready and keep your offering because we'll be taking offering after this. But this really saddens my heart. I do not care for no gifts. I don't know why they do this every year. I don't give a two whatsoever about any gifts. It doesn't make no sense. You are killing people. You're a sect of your religion, of your people, are killing the Christians, and you are coming, people who enter church one day and bring some gift, and that should do. Many years later, the killings never stop. But you people are doing this every year. And the reason behind this is because of the killings of Christians, and they're just trying to say, see, oh, we are one. Where would I do when Deborah? What did you people say? It is always in line with when there is going to be one mass Kaduna massacre. And what is it with Kaduna massacre that the government cannot put a stop to? How many more Christians would have to die? No. How many more people would have to die? Scratch the religion at this point. Look at the mass burial. That was okay. Do you want to join me today? Oh, okay. It's the Christmas season. Okay, we might just have to omit that story, but it's a pathetic story. There's a woman who was crying, and she said that her son, a child, they had to cut off the thumb of the child, fed it to the child, and the child died from choking. and she had to sit down and watch that. Oh, we don't want to say anything because it is happening in Kaduna. There was a mass burial for these people a couple of days back. And I am yet to read in the papers that the president, and this is the same person that is saying that Nigerians, that is urging Nigerians to vote for somebody that would continue in his bloodshedding legacy. Now, bloodshedding legacy. Now, what else? Is it kidnapping legacy? What are we talking about? The false scarcity, that schools have been closed for so long. What are we? Which one we want? Odashena power? Is it light? Or is it the one that people sell off everything that they have, give for ransom payment, and they still get killed? So which legacy are you talking about, Oga? Which legacy are you talking about? And you say Nigerians do not, some Nigerians do not appreciate your best efforts. Ah. All right. Let's move on to another story. 9 deaths, scores injured in Lagos Ibadan Bauchi Road crash. It is said that this space bus that was conveying people had a bus tire. It was trying to overtake this truck, had a bus tire and swerved, lost control, and that was how there was that crash that killed 9 persons. Some are said to be critically injured, gone to the hospital. 9 died on the spot. There are about 28 casualties on this, and FRC has gone on to say, and they're also warning people that overspeeding sure does kills. Please, I don't know, but overspeeding sure does kills. Try to reduce it. If you know that Nigerian roads are not good, so what did you overspeed for? Okay, I don't know, but please do well to watch it. Do well to really, really, really watch it. And the government. Well, all of this plea is going to fall on deaf ears. So we'll just move on to another story. Umai sanctions APC for contravening executive order. Being in this campaign period, Governor Umai said, or since in November, gave an executive order that posting of election materials, campaign materials, that will be posters and all of that, and flyers, that there are places for it. And moreover, you need to take permission, and I very much agree with this. You need to take permission, from, there's a body for this, but you need to seek permission. And I think there's also, I don't know if there's payments to be made, but he is saying that now they have defaced important infrastructure with posters upon posters upon posters. And you know how we do it here. We are not even very civil. You are seeing APC, but before you will not even get to see the you don't get to see the C. You are seeing APP, DP, then you are seeing another party posting and pasting upon each other. So this should be regulated. And then after the whole season, it gets defaced. You go to the bridge, go to Ikeja Bridge, it gets defaced. You start seeing them tearing it off and all of this. So if the government will be in charge of clearing up the mess, I think they should be paying, because they are going to deface. They usually do deface that, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So I don't know. That's my submission. That's just what I think, because they have to scrape off that and repaint all of those. Like they usually would use like a bridge, so it's all long and all that, or the walls. Now they have to go and repaint. So yes, maybe they should start paying for that. So who do they want to leave that mess for? You will still see a poster of maybe 2015 hanging somewhere, or because they're not tear and finish. It's still defacing the place, Joe. They should find another means, or they should begin to pay for this, and the government should see to it that after the whole process, that place is taken care of and it is beautified again and not just left like that. Yeah, that's that story. What I thought say from 2017, I think 2017 to 2022, now 800 billion naira, and they use maintain our money here. That's from production to burning and all of that. Please join me on the chat. We are talking on Which Way Nigeria. All of this shocking but true things that are happening in Nigeria will be coming up. So that's the story on there. Let's move on. Peter Obi has further gone on to say to Nigerians to remain hopeful for a better nation. This was during his Christmas Day message to Nigerians. As we know that this man spent his Christmas in the IDP camp. All right, let's move on. Let's see what that story. Yes. Bishop Kuka, as always, has dragged the president about APC and not even having it. Bishop Kuka said that Nigerians are living worse than when Buhari came in 2015. And all of the things that he has promised to do for us, he has done none. And that, Nigerians are living in penury. Nigerians are suffering. The president is living as a very healthy man. Nigerians is leaving Nigerians very, very sick. The APC no agree for this statement though. They are dragging each other, and of course, PDP saw an opportunity to trick head inside and use it for their own campaign strategy and all that. We'll move on to another story to my amazing panelists. Brother Nice, it's good to have you on here. Thank you for being here. And to those on the comment section, I see you. Thank you for being on here. Just before okay, let me say hello to our day today. Hello to you too. Compliments of the season. Thank you very much for being here. Bless says, let the truth be told. Religion, na scam. Okay, please do well to join me. Let's talk about this and much more. Bless said, if you want to pay money, pay tithes for church, give that money to someone else, not in the church. Mr. Vine says, good morning, Sister Ima, and great Niger Watch family. Thank you very much. He says, may God be blessed for taking us through 2022. Watching from Mr. Maxwell. Mr. Maxwell is watching from Bolgatanga, Upper East region. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you very much. Nigerians, with all of this news that I am reading, it will be very unfair of me not to remind you to please do well to get your PVC. We cannot afford to allow Buhari's legacy to be continued by any of this by the powers that be, the same old same hole. Do well to get your PVC, do well to vote right, do well to vote for Peter Obi. Yes, do well to vote for Peter Obi. But before we get to that place, I beg, go and get your PVC. Stop sleeping. Go and get your PVC. I mean, are you not hearing what is happening? Buhari wants somebody that will continue his legacy. You're not going to run, go collect PVC, make you vote out whoever wants to come and continue his legacy, because it is not funny over here. I am reporting from Lagos, Nigeria. No jokes. No freaking jokes with the kind of things happening in this. And to think that a presidential candidate is claiming to have built Lagos. Let's move on to the Punch and see the stories on there. On here, we have forecasting NNPC marketers to begin mass supply. Nigeria missed 2022 poverty reduction targets. That's from World Bank. There is only 54% irrigated farmland in Nigeria. That's by the federal government. Federal government plans tax waiver suspension for rural firms. PDP APC clash as Kuka slams Buhari. We bear scars, deep sorrow. Our children are still in forest, says Kuka. Clearing statements ungodly, not objective. Buhari deserves credit, says APC. PDP backs Kuka, lampoons APC, says everything Buhari did was wrong. And here we have double registration. Defaulters won't be disenfranchised, says INEC. Woman exhumes ex-husband's corpse, fights son over property. Pandemonium as police kills Lagos female lawyer. So this news was trending on the internet yesterday, and it's very sad. It gave me a gloomy Christmas. So this lawyer is said to be coming on her way back home with her. Her husband was driving and she was in the car with him, just back from the Christmas service yesterday. And on her way back, they were stopped by the police, during a stop and search. During a stop and search the car was pulled over. They wanted to just park properly, leave. They were waiting for the car in front of them to move so that they can park properly. And it is a very confusing. It doesn't make sense. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. It would only make sense If that policeman was on a duty to bring blood, that's the only way to make sense. What makes you not to be cheerful on a Christmas day? Oh, he shot the lady. He shot her close range on her chest that she died instantly. Now, let's imagine that picture with your husband. Oh dear, Nigerian police. And now this is not surprising. What is no? This is not the big news. The news is that this Ajiwe police station in Aja is known for bad things. Is known for bloodshed. This is the same place where that young man went to buy fuel and he was killed. It's the same place, the same people just in front of the police station. This every time this and the police are refusing, they are deliberately not taking note of the complaints of civilians about this. As they say, only when a story goes public or when it goes viral, that's when they're all up and they're running up and down to see to it that justice is served. This is terrifying because you go out, you would want to go out, and now you chance of coming back. If trailer no fall on top your head, you die. Police for that area fit shoot you to a bandits fit kidnap you, or you go stay for fuel queue for over 4 hours. When it gets to your turn, they might lock the gate, or you might finally get. But 4 hours of your life has been wasted, and for months we are still living like animals. And then there is the economy. You people are using, look at the billions of naira they use in maintaining the naira. And the people, you have 133 million Nigerians in poverty. Meanwhile, they are using 800. They've used over 800 billion naira to maintain money where we no get. All right, I don't know if that is all the paper that's all the that's not even all the story. That's oh dear, I am drained already from the story. I tell you, it's a pathetic story. It says, see, honestly, I saw the story and I just locked myself in the house. I said, no be me, no be today. I just locked myself all through in the house because I was terrified of such story. It could have been anybody. This is a lawyer. We will not say, okay, one riffraff, who knows what the person. No, this is a law-abiding citizen. This is not fair. With all of these killings, everything, Buhari still wants somebody. It is one thing for you not to know that, or not to be concerned that people, that Nigerians, are not happy about whatever it is. But if you have seen that large percent of these people, and you still want somebody to carry on with your legacy. All right, before we move on further to another story, if you are yet to get your PVC, please go and get your PVC. If you are yet to get your PVC, do well, and please do well to vote wisely. Do well not to vote anybody that is going to come and continue Buhari's legacy. We should say no. We should not even be saying no. We should be saying God forbid with action by getting your PVC and sensitizing people on why they should vote right. We'll move on to another story. Our human interest story today, it get us to be. So this story says of a woman that left her husband in the 90s, went on to marry some other allergy. They have one child together. This child was sent off to South Africa to, have a life for himself. He said his father died in 2020 with the old COVID-19 restrictions and lockdown. There was no way he could come down to Nigeria to bury the father as it is done over here. So his uncles and his uncles, his uncle, his mother's brother, and the association of landlord in the area, they saw to it that the man was duly buried. Now, many years later, his ex-wife is fighting for the man's property, saying that the property belongs to her, that she built the house and all of that. But the land association of landlord, there's even the boy saying, no, I mean, I grew up with all of you. I know that my father built, this is my father's house. Now he's dead, you are fighting for his property, which is duly mine. That's the story, people. That is the story. This woman was not having it. They keep, there's been a tussle. They've been going back and forth on this. She's not having it. So one day she got some policemen involved. She arrested them. Sorry, she brought some policemen and they arrested the boy. They arrested the boy and his daughter. They were detained for 5 hours. Upon his release, when he got back home, he saw that the place where the father was buried has been scattered. It has been tampered with, and the corpse has been removed. So the boy is crying out for help that the mother got him arrested just to, I mean, we're talking about the Nigerian police again. We're talking about the Nigerian police again. We know that when people have rift-ish like this, they get the police involved. The police... These are the same ones that are supposed to be safeguarding lives and properties. They're the ones snatching and taking away from us. They're the one cutting our life short. They're the one truncating our destiny, our future. How do we get it wrong? The government that is supposed to be speaking for us, many years later, Kaduna massacre is still going on questions. All right, INEC has come out to say defaulters, those that are, engaged in double registration, triple registration, INEC has come out to say that they will not be disenfranchised, that they can vote with their old voters card. So do not expect a new voters card. Daniel is saying you will not be getting that. Only those that follow the constitution, the law, that those are the ones that they are the ones that will be getting the new PVC. You are asked to use your old voters card if you registered twice or you registered multiple times for the sole purpose of having a new PVC. They're saying that will not happen, but you would not be disenfranchised. You can take that old PVC of yours, take it to the polling unit on that day. You will be allowed to vote. That's all. I think you should. If you want a new card, that's if the card is damaged or something. But I'm sure there's a way they can do this. Probably after all the election has died down, if you fall within this category, please begin the process. Don't wait until begin the process, please. All right, let's see. We've taken all the stories on here. Yeah, we've taken all the stories on here. It's still the PDP, APC clash. Coca saying Nigerians, we bear scars, deep sorrow, our children, just highlighting, talking about what is happening in the country. But APC saying that Buhari deserves credit. Brother Nice, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for being on here.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Emma. Yeah, thanks for having me. Happy Christmas to you. Happy Christmas to all the Niger Watch family around the world. Yeah, we are still on the party. We still continue our party as usual, celebrating the birth of Christ. So, yeah, you touch on Mr. Varma, so I greet you. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. How is Bogatanga? How is the Christmas over there?
I know everything is fine, but I'm sorry, I don't celebrate Christmas, I don't celebrate it.
I thought you were a Christian.
Yes, I am a Christian, but I don't celebrate. There is no, documentary evidence in the Bible for us to, to guide us on how to celebrate Christmas. Christ didn't ask us to celebrate his birth.
Okay.
These are just things people put in place in order to glorify their own, deities they worship in those days. Thank you, bro.
All right. Yeah, Miss Sima, out of all the subject that you touched on, the one that drew my attention was that woman that was shot close range. So I want you to expatiate on that issue. What really happened? Hello, Miss Sima. You are muted. You are muted. Misima,
But then what's the question?
I said the one that drew my attention, all the subject that you touched on. I said the one where that woman was shot close range. I said I would like you to expatiate on that. That's the one that drew my attention. What really happened?
Okay, yeah. As I said earlier, that's all the story there is to it out there. The couple were on their way back from Christmas service in church. They were pulled over by this policeman, and just as they were, waiting for the car that the police had stopped and were still questioning, to clear so they can park properly. The policeman lost it and shot at her at close range on her chest. She died on the spot. That's all the story there is. Oh, the police PPRO has come out to say that it's an unfortunate and sad, avoidable event, but that the officer has been picked up and that we'll get more on the story as it unfolds.
Okay. Yeah. You see, we always touched on this police issue every time here. Nigerian police is not well trained, not well equipped, and the thing that caused this most violence in the midst of our Nigerian police is because of the suffering. They are not well taken care of, so they take that anger to the street to kill innocent civilians on the street. Because when somebody is not well paid, is not well fed, what do you think that is going to result to? It's going to result to violence. If you look at our police as well, there are a lot of criminals that is integrated in our police outfit. Do you see the SARS, the air SARS? They still instead of them to ban them, they still integrate them back to our police. So those criminal, have you ever seen a country where a policeman will tie this thing AK-47 with this thing traditional red this thing tribal traditional red cloth? It's only Nigerian police that use those sham. Is that police that do sham to fight crime? Is that a police? Those are not police, those are criminals. So those are the kind of police that go out there to extort Nigerians, to kill Nigerians, to share blood. You understand? So I don't see any difference between Nigerian police and Boko Haram. They operate the same way. And this our federal government has themselves, they are integrating terrorists into our into our security outfit. In military, they are in Air Force, and they are in police. They integrate all kind of people into it. So Nigerian police, I don't call those one police. That's what I said before. Those guys are not police. How will you shoot someone close range, somebody that is not a threat to you? You understand? How will you shoot? This is the reason why I said it the last time. They're supposed to strip those police of their weapon. Let them give these people rubber guns. That's what they're supposed to be using. I don't see, in this place, it's very difficult for you to see police running around with AK-47 on the streets. There's a weapon here they call I forget the name of this kind of gun they give to them.
Taser.
In this place. Taser. They give them taser. Those are taser is what they're supposed to be using. If you are facing any threat, you're supposed to be using taser. No carry in this thing, a capital city where people are walking freely. Police is running around with AK-47 to do what? You understand? There is taser there. There is pistol there. These people supposed to be stripped up of all this BB gun they are running around with. You understand? So And you know that if a police is not well funded and police is not well taken care of, and there are a spirit that goes on with all those BB gun they are running around. They can easily use it to threaten people and to kill people. You understand? Because they believe that they have that power and nobody can restrain them. They can do whatever they like with it, and they'll go away with it. So they can kill anybody with that kind of weapon. They need to be trained. They need to be well taken care of, and they need to be stripped of all these weapons. Let them give them taser. That's the only way they will stop this bloodshed in Nigeria. You understand? It's difficult for you to see a policeman running around with heavy gun in this Western world here. It's difficult. It's just a pity. Just killing innocent person. Somebody that is not a threat. It's coming back from church. Just kill them like that. Oh no. And Buhari said Nigeria is not appreciative. That he has done a lot for Nigeria. We are not appreciative. This man, oh God, they said they should not insult. I see this man have mental problem. This man. Who is deceiving Buhari that Buhari has done well? Who is deceiving him? It's just this cabal that is around him that is telling him that he is doing good, he's doing well. They don't want to tell Buhari the truth because they are benefiting from all this evil that is going on in that country. All those Fulani leaders that is around him, they are telling Buhari lies. They are telling him that he should continue, that he's doing well. It's just a pity. No honest people in Nigeria, no honest one. And these people, this group of Muslims that you said they are going to churches to give gifts to Christians. These people, Misima, these people, they are a bunch of hypocrites. They will give gift to them today, tomorrow they will kill them. It's just like when I smile with you on your face, then I will backstab you. That's what they are doing. Then, if you can open their hearts, they hate those Christians with passion. I'm telling you. They are just doing that for people to see that they are tolerant with Christians. It's a lie. They hate these people, these Christians with passion. You understand? But one thing I will let them understand that anyone that have shared the blood of a Christian, that person will not go scot-free. It's not going to go scot-free. You understand? Because the God that we serve, He has already said it in His word. The great repercussion is waiting them on the judgment day. Thank you for now.
All right, Brother Nice, thank you very much for your submission. Thank you for being with us on this broadcast. Thank you very much. And a big shout out to Tony Osawe. Compliments to you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Kingsley Ojiaraki, how are you doing? Good day to you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Blessed, thank you very much for taking our time to be with us. Let's move on to Mr. Vine Maxwell. Mr. Vine Maxwell, welcome to the broadcast. Talk to us, please.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, please.
Sorry. Mr. Ben Maxwell, that thing that you said right now, we will expatiate on that later. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Matt. And good morning to you, Sister Emma, my co-panelists, and those that are listening to us all over the world. And I would like to use this opportunity to glorify God for taking us through from January to this December. And I believe that He is going to take us through to 2023 in His own mercy and grace. Sister Emma, I will tell you, see, I would like to start with this visitation of the Muslims to the Christian church. If you look at what happened from most of these religious disturbances in the north, you will look at it and you will describe this thing that is happening now in line with their Islamic doctrine, which is called takia. Let me define takia for most of our people that will say, oh, it is a good thing. It is a good thing. Takia is a sinful behavior for a pious belief. That is takia. Deceit. That is what it is called. We lived in this area. I have also traveled in most of the countries with my principal during my active service, where they practice Islamic religion to the core. To the core. They have not done what their own Nigerian counterparts are doing in Nigeria. I must confess this. I've been to Saudi Arabia. I have been to Oman. I have been to Dubai, which is, generally liberal. The extremism that is going on in Nigeria from this religion is not what is obtainable in those places. When you go there, you come back, you will now look at yourself. How is it? Or is it because those people are majority in number so that there is nothing to worry about? If you also want to, how do you want to dine with me on a Christmas, on a festive period, when your Quran, chapter 48, verse 29, said that I am an unbeliever that's supposed to be firmly dealt with? How? That is deceit. That is takia. During the Sharia implementation in Kaduna, people were killed. People were forced in a place they call Dalet Barrack, very close to one mechanized infantry division. That time I was a guard commander there. I was a quarter guard sergeant. People were meant to recite Quran. They are not Christians, they are not Muslims. People are forced to denounce their own religion. You see, most of these things that is why I keep telling you people that, you see, what you have in Nigeria is clash of religious supremacy. That is what you have. And you don't expect a Southerner who is Christian to the core to abide with those tenets. It is happening in front of you people and nobody's talking. You have a secular state. Even in Sharia, in Islamic countries, they drink beer. They allow people to drink beer. In Qatar, people drink beer. You buy your beer, you go in your place, you drink. They allow people to sell their drinks. But you don't drink and misbehave. You don't drink in the public. But in Nigeria, in the north, Nigeria is a secular state. But you are practicing two laws. You have not taken into consideration the other people of different, religious views that are trading with you. They bring their alcoholic, you seize them, you destroy them. You are destroying someone's, means of livelihood. And you call that one Nigeria where 12 states is practicing Sharia, that you cannot dress anyhow in those places. You can't bring things they consider according to their religion as haram. No, man, that country is not one. This is why I keep saying it here. But people, Nigerians, you people live in denial. Don't we have Muslims in Ghana here? The rate of extremism that is going on over there. In Burkina Faso, don't they have Muslims? In Cameroon, don't they have Muslims? Have you seen this level of extremism that is going on in Nigeria in these areas? Why is Nigeria different? This is my problem with Nigeria. We have refused. When they are destroying beers, alcoholic beverages, what did Nigerians say? We talk about it, we gloss over it. Life goes on. And when their own has been sentenced to hanging for blasphemy based on what I heard the other time. It was on news. You see, these are the things. If you really want to know the real attitude of our brothers from the other side, go and read Quran chapter 48, verse 29, and look at what Sharia is talking about. Now, when you come to the policeman that killed that innocent lady, it's unfortunate, and I pray that God will give the family the fortitude to bear that loss and the horrible way the woman died. Look, when you look at when I was in active service, in active service, military active service system, there are a level of training. There is what we call absolute weapon handling system. The weapon that they give to you has three components in it for safety. One is A, automatic, one is R, round, one is S, which is safety. When you are going in an IS, internal security, your rifle is loaded, quite all right. But you must make safety, you must drop it at S so that you will not mistakenly shoot anybody. I do not know how they train these people. That is why when you see a soldier discharge, that soldier has no excuse to say it's accidental discharge. It can happen, yes. But once you are trained and you know fully well that the environment where you are is not hostile to you, what you need to do is to put your weapon at safety. Simple. You can only discharge or open to round automatic if your life is threatened in the system. Killing people, the impunity on which these people, security operatives, are killing Nigerians is unacceptable. These people must be caught out. They must be seen to be prosecuted and jailed. Let them serve the punishment. In Nigeria, I think they have death penalty. You kill, you must be killed. My people, kill and kill. If you kill someone simply because you have the authority to bear arms, you must be killed as well. When we come out here, every day we keep on lamenting. We'll come out there, we speak. And those that perpetrated this evil, these heinous crimes on the innocent civilian, unarmed people, unarmed people, innocent people, people that are just going out celebrating, you cut their life short by killing them simply because you have the right to bear arms. Take away that arm from him, now you become as disabled as a civilian. These people must be, they must be checked. Their mental status, their articulation must be checked before they enlist them into the force. Bearing arm is not an easy thing. In fact, I only experience, firing when I am in the war front. But killing civilians is very, very bad, my people, and we must condemn it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Max. It's good to have you on here. Thank you for your submission. Mr. Kingsley, I see you and I hear you loud and clear. Mr. Kingsley says cleansing of Christianity in Southern Kaduna is their goal. All right, so let's move on. We have Mr. Chris George. Mr. Chris George. Mr. Chris George is still here with us. How are you doing today? Compliment of the season, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank everyone in the panel. Can you hear me?
Very clearly, Mr. Chris George. Let's have your submission, please.
Okay, Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm here with you guys in Nigeria. Back. Thank you.
Welcome home, Mr. Chris George. And Merry Christmas to you too, by the way. And so tell me, how did you spend your Christmas since you were back home?
Well, fantastic. Well, fantastic, amazing. So everything is good. Thank God.
All right.
All
right. Cheers to that. All right, Mr. Chris George, let's have your submission.
Okay. What's happening in Southern Kaduna? Killing of Christian is condemned and uncalled for. I don't know how to describe this because Nigeria is not an Islamic state. Nigeria is not a Christianity state. Nigeria is a secular state. And the worst part, Nigerian government are not saying anything concerning this. And this is our fellow human being. Sometimes, if our northern brother are watching this, those Islam are watching this, I'm advise them, let them look at Saudi Arabia or Turkey, where Ottoman Empire, everything started. In Egyptian, there's also a Catholic in Egyptian. There's also many church over there. This religion we are fighting during this. This is not our. This is a foreign invention to Africans. These are foreign religions. I would advise them that even native doctor, if you want a native doctor to fight native doctor, unless you get that native doctor in physical combat, that native doctor will fight back. But if you destroy the deity, the native doctor will not do anything. It remains for the deity to avenge back. What native doctor will ask the deity to do what? Attack those that destroy this deity. I advise that any god that you are fighting for God is a useless god and is not a god. Any man that is defending God, fighting for God, no. That God is not supposed to be a god. That God is a useless. Because man not supposed to defend God rather than God defend man. So this religion of issue, troubling Nigeria, troubling our fellow humanity, killing ourselves. In olden days, our forefathers practiced our traditional religion. Let them check other countries. Are they killing their fellow humanity? Let them check Turkey. They are going to Turkey, they are going to Saudi, they are going to every Arabic nation. Are they killing their fellow humanity? The last time you say blaspheming, someone blaspheming, you sentence him to death. Blaspheming what? Are you the founder of that religion? Are they read the history how this religion was found? Using the killing of our fellow humanity, killing of our fellow African, our fellow Nigerian. Those who are supposed to be productive for us, we are killing them for sake one kind of religion I don't know. This Islam, Christianity are just foreign religion. Let them go to Sweden. How they use this their mindset, develop their land. But in Nigeria, we use religion, kill ourselves. But in white people, it's not like that. Or I believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. Use what you believe, develop the society. I use what I believe, develop society. Let them check Sweden, France, all this Western and the Mid Eastern country. Let them check Dubai. Let them check Dubai. Look at Dubai of yesterday. Before, I remember what one Nigerian president said in 1989. Can anything good come from desert? Are these people thinking at all? Killing ourselves for no reason. Say religion. What religion? Are we the owner of this religion? Are we the founder? Are they making sense at all? Look at what is happening. When you browse Lucifer in internet, devil, they will use black man for devil. But when you browse angel of God, they use white man for angel of God. If this killing because of Islam, the young man in the north, is he accepted to marry a Saudi Arabian lady? Do you know that in this Saudi Arabia, they're talking about Islam? Saudi Arabia, when you check internet, can get blackface, the highest racist in the Mid Eastern nation. They tell you a Muslim brother. What is Muslim brother? What is all this? Killing ourselves for no reason. Religion that we don't invent. We live together, our forefathers live together. Check how the caliphate was formed through the brutal war. For no reason. Killing ourselves. That we don't know who is founder. How the whole thing orchestrated. Before, let me tell you, Nigeria is paying IOC to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia will use the money paid in IOC, develop their nation. Why we still in object poverty? Before, Nigeria is supporting Christian pilgrim. Why the Israeli nation in Jerusalem will use all this money to develop their nation are advancing. Why Nigeria is subject poverty? Let we Africa change our mindset of thinking. Let we change our mindset of thinking.
All right, Mr. Chris George, please round off your submission so we can move on.
Thank you. Now the panel continues.
All right. Thank you to each and every one of you. To my amazing panelists, thank you for holding it down with me today. And to those on the comment section, thank you. Thank you very much. You watching live now, how you doing? It's good to have you on here. Please do engage us by supporting us, by showing us some love, by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Yes, please engage us and do also do so. Also, if you're watching the replay, please do also engage us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. Please do also support us, do also engage us. It is very safe and very secure. So please take our time to engage us. And for as many that do not, that are yet to have account details or do the needful, please take our time supporting us by clicking, no, not clicking this time around, by doing a direct transfer to our account number on the screen. Please do what to take it down, and endeavor to support us. Thank you very much. A big shout out to everyone on the comment section. A big shout out to my amazing panelists on here. Thank you for today. We'll be rounding off the broadcast in a minute. So I come to you to my panelists, but I'll be back here by 1 p.m. for Which Way Niger. The things we'll be talking about the Southern Kaduna. And so there were these military shells. Reading up to that, I think somebody said these shells are not out there for commercial use. So, oh boy, do well to join me. Someone also quoted something by T.Y. Danjuma that says that the military, have collided with the terrorists to cause harm on the people. Are we going to take the submissions? Are we going to draw back what happened during the NSAS? And are we going to look at this? Why do we have bullet shells that is military owned or military grade? Lots of questions to be answered, and let's do well to bring these submissions. Let's do well to join the broadcast and enlighten people. Please take our time to join me on that broadcast. We cannot keep quiet anymore. We cannot. So we've been keeping quiet for so long. So everything that happens anywhere in Nigeria, we better be talking about it. We better be talking about it. All right, so my panelists, Brother Nice, let's have you give your final submission.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Ima, once again. Mr. Vai Maswell, for that thing that you said about Christmas, I would just want you to, I don't want you to reply, I just want you to think about it between yourself in your closet. Do you think that millions of Nigerians around the world that celebrate birth of Christ every 25th of December, do you think that they are stupid? So I just want you to think about that when you get home. Understand? So, because if I say we should go into debate about that, it's going to take a long time. So this platform is not for that.
Yeah, my brother, is it? I will sing. I will send my this number on the private chat. Collect it from system, then we will run it down. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
So, yeah, Merry Christmas to those that celebrate, and yeah, we see you later in the afternoon. Thank you, Miss Ima.
Thank you very much for that, Brother Nice. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Max, if you want Brother Nice to get your number quick, you have to quickly drop it on the private chat so he gets it while he is still here. All right. Okay, we'll move on. Yes, Mr. Max, let's have you give your final submission.
Thank you so much. And you see, don't let nobody deceive you about locking their doors when there is religious crisis in the north, and later on festive period they will open the door to come and salute you. You can only deceive those that are gullible, but not some of us that have known the practice for over 18 years. We've been in that part of Nigeria. So for the president to say that Nigerians are ungrateful, yes, Nigerians should be ungrateful because they have seen more bloodshed. They have seen more nepotistic style of government. They have seen so much. They have seen him taking their resources to Niger to go and construct some certain things. Whereas the Niger Bridge which was open. One side is open, one side is not open. But they opened it and they claimed, whatever that they did there. That is the reality. That I just watched a video right now as we are talking. You see, these are some of the things. Nigerians are today worse off than they were before, 2015. Over 135 million Nigerians are below poverty line. He promised restructuring. Has he, given Nigeria restructuring? He promised good economy today. Where is your exchange rate? You see, what is it that people in Enugu were killed? They called the army, the police, they couldn't come. And when the ESN came to save them, then the army suddenly came in. You see, these are some of the things that he brought Nigeria back 25, let me just say, back to 17th century. Instead of forging ahead 21st century, he took them back to 17th century. So he did nothing. And I believe that the problem, that health problem, that ear problem is still, having a toll on him. Because if it is, he won't be saying what he's saying, looking around in Nigeria, how Nigerians are behaving today. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you for chipping that in, Mr. Max. Thank you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. All right, Mr. Chris, just let's have your final submission.
Okay. Well, we Nigerians supposed to be ungrateful on Buhari administration. Buhari administration bankrupt Nigeria. It turned Nigeria into a killing field, nepotism. It take Nigeria money to Niger, start building railway to them, while Nigeria is a world headquarters of poverty. Buhari Nigeria draw Nigeria back. How many blood child we count from Buhari administration since 2015 now? If I will count, people that died in Nigeria is up to 1,000 people. Massacre from NSAS killing, from the one they kill, from the Fulani herdsmen attack. So, Buhari administration, nothing to appreciate. What are we going to appreciate? He said they are doing infrastructure. After the infrastructure, ghosts will pass there. Are you building infrastructure for ghosts? They turn Nigeria to all the agriculture sector. It turned into the war field. Nepotism. What type of government is that? In good work administration, everyone blame good work. Now, Nigeria have seen the worst administration. Nigeria have seen Chege. What are we going to appreciate? He put Nigeria in a debt.
All right, Mr. Chris George, thank you for your submission. The network seems to be playing a trick on us, but thank you for your submission, Mr. Chris George. And thank you to each and every one of you. Compliments of the season to each and every one of you. Thank you for holding it down with me on this broadcast. Please do all to join me by 1 p.m. Nigerian time today for the chat. Yes, but before I go off, I want to remind you to please, if you know that you don't want Buhari's legacy to be continued by the at this point infamous parties, that's the APC and the PDP, make sure you go and get your PVC and make sure you are voting for the right man. I mean, we have to move from a party that is being represented by items to the one that is being represented by humans. Yes, we need to move on from that. So please, I beg, take out time, get your PVC and vote right. Thank you very much for your time on here with us. Well appreciated to each and every one of you. Do well to follow us on our other lineups. Do well to support us. Every opportunity you get, please take out time to support us. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be with you by 1 p.m. Until then, you stay safe and like this podcast before you leave. All right, then. Bye for now.